Alrighty, it's been a rough and rocky road this morning. Trying to keep the troops satisfied, yeah. Maybe we'll go right up the scale. Having a rough time this morning, trying to keep the bombs contained in the bay. It's the Amelia Earhart on where an island out in the bay. Somewhere between there and nowhere, I lost my mind at the station. I crawled around the floor, found it curled up around its knees in the corner by a cockroach. Yes, a cockroach. So I turned on the black light and I painted it with day glow colors. Turned out all the lights and watched it roam. Painted a cockroach with day glow colors. Turned out the lights and watched it roam. Yeah, well, back in the days in Manhattan, that was a game we used to play. Painting the cockroaches with Dago paint and turning out the lights, turn on the black light and watch them roam and put on one of them spacey albums and look at our lava lamp. I've been working 25 and 7 to come up with a joke about daylight savings time. Or should that be 23 and 7? I run out of time. Who broke the cuckoo clock? It's spring and the trees are draped heavy with wet snow. It's a fleeting happy moment. The sap is flow. Over the rim of the buckets, hung on the maple trees, they're all drilled and pegged with sacamac, and winter's on its way. Well, we spent all winter cutting dead trees in the forest and dragging them out on chains behind the Dear, I can't. I missed an hour's sleep today. I missed an hour's sleep yesterday. It's the government's fault. And I'm not happy. I can't get the words out of my mouth. And for another month or two, my mind will be broken in the spring and in the fall. But the sap is running. What can I tell you? And the general on the and the one lung John Deere is going to rump up. It was a hard time in the morning to get that thing started. You'd open the petcock on the side there of the engine. It was a one-lunger, and you'd have to slowly twist that flywheel over just at the right speed to see if you can get it to catch. And if it got it to catch, and it would spurt, and you'd... Yeah! I can't get those words out of my mind! What happened to my brain? Well, we'd get that wood back to the farm and we'd run it through the buzzsaw, the buzzsaw to get it to a little. I feel like I'm reverting back to childhood here when I'd sit in the back seat and try and get a word in edgewise in that old pick-em-up truck. And back seat in a pick-em-up truck, it don't exist. A rumble seat in a pickup truck. This stuff just comes through my mind. I have no idea where it comes from. Yeah, we'd split that wood and feed it into half. 275-gallon oil drum. So I guess that'd be about 150 plus half of 25, which would be about 12 and a half. So you add the 12 and a half to the 150, and I guess that would give you 162 and a half room of space there to build the fire and put the ashes. And above that would be an old throughway sign that we crimped up the sides of and soldered together and used that as a sap pan, and we'd boil off that maple sap until it was a maple slurple, and then maybe take it in the house and boil it down to maple candy. And a big shout out to Jim Cuhar. May he rest in peace. I can't believe they fired my brother from the clock factory. After all he did was put in a few extra hours. I'm so poor, the only savings I had was daylight savings, and now it's gone. Where'd it go? I often wonder what happens when I'm losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind. I lost my mind at a radio station trying to conform to the FCC. There's all these words they don't like us to use, and some of them end in T, and some end in R, some end in S, and well, others just end, and was it George Carlin, or was it the FCC, or was it the, I don't know, who's been mean to me? And we all try to do our best, and we're always hitting the dump, but then sometimes you just run out of everything, and you're left down in the dumps. I'm a junkie. I'm a junkie for love. Love potion number 9 over on 15th and Vine. I got the sunrise blues, and the sun don't shine through my rear door today. So many times I've fallen in love and got down on my knees at the crossroad and prayed for it to be relieved. I guess it's just a projection of my ego, or something like that. Oh, what do we got here? I got some kind of scribbles on a piece of paper like a cuckoo clock. It says right here, I wrote this a bunch of years ago during the demic, the pandemic. You remember the pandemic when the radio got shut down? Like a clock on the moon, it's a lunar tune. And there's a deity on the way and heaven sent. They're on their knees, praying, arms held out to the white Swiss cheese glowing in its full round. And the man there is staring down, so I pray to him and I pray to thee. Or is it a he or is it a she? So bright, no matter, it don't matter the weather, its lunar sister will be staring back at me, reflecting Apollo in the shades to be drawn and the lamps trimmed low for the basking of the who knows who and the who. I pray to the lunar moon that we may all be safety and be not blue. And the whoosh for this and I whoosh for that, and the date changes and we lose 60 minutes of that. And whoever believed in anything that you heard on TV, or is it Jah, the gift from Jah, or is it Ra, or is it just the sunlight we worship that is the Eucharist of the hope? Hope, who is the Pope? Is the Pope on dope? Oh, Allah came, and the Hindus arrived, and if I step on a crack, I'll break my mother's back. Oh, it's a confusing world, and all the lies I've been told keep me confused. We're all being controlled because we are the monsters that were created when they altered the DNA, I'm told. So may you have a happy day and say the heck with all of that, and if it comes from up on high, it's only the sunlight burning your Jerry.